Oh wait, you go Cairo, right?
Yeah. My bag
Your bag
gone
okay?
already. Not okay already. Okay. Hi guys, I'm Eeyong.
And I'm Jee An.
We are Otter Barista's founders, and Otter Barista is a robotic coffee vending machine company. Currently, we are operating almost 100 machines across hospitals, office buildings, and universities around Selangor, Perak, and Penang for now.
Yeah, for now. And today we're going to talk about the challenges and the experience of building a coffee vending machine company as a startup here in Malaysia. So what is it really like building a coffee brand from scratch? And if you could turn back time, would you do it again?
Turn back time.
Yeah.
I think I would, after the challenges that I've been through in the F&B industry before setting up Otter Barista. I still will get into this. Yeah.
Huh? You would?
You wouldn't?
Huh.
Oh, okay. Whoops.
No, but I mean it's tough lah, right? I think it's really, really tough lah. I think it's really tough. I think a coffee business nowadays with the amount of challenges we have, like competitors we have in the retail space, I think that's not easy. And even vending machines on its own has always been one of those things where you are expected to just place it at a location, let it run, you forget about it, you maintain it from time to time, and then, you know, everything should be okay. But a coffee vending machine is so different.
Yeah, but I think every business has its own challenges though. Like just because we're in it now, we can see more flaws. But then like from the outside you see other business like, oh, it's so easy. But then when you get into it, I think there'll be other challenges that comes in as well. So every business will have its own challenge. I see if you're interested in that sparks your interest, then that's where we should go after.
Yeah, okay. But now that we're into it, right? Like what's so interesting about like coffee vending, you know what I mean?
I think I still stick to the idea that you don't need to depend on like human to run the machine, to run kiosks, right? Like for example, cafe kiosks. Yeah, that was really a big pain lah when I was in F&B. Like, if you want to compare the challenges we have now and challenges when I was running restaurants, I think back then the restaurants one were a lot more tiring. That one really burned me out completely in a short like 1 year span. You know, it burned me out completely. So I think it's still a lot easier. Although it has its challenges, but I think it's still a lot easier than operating proper kiosks, restaurants, things like that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, just a bit of FYI, but Young is a workaholic, so that's saying a lot. What's the hardest part of running this coffee vending machine business? Like, what do you think?
I think there's two aspects to it. One is the business commercial sense, where getting locations are not as easy as what many would think. Like a lot of people when they get into coffee, not just coffee lah, right? Just vending machine in general, they're like, oh yeah, I import 100 machines and easily I can deploy 100 machines. But then I think the challenge comes in when you try to find the good locations. I think locations are not hard to find, but good locations are hard to find. Yeah, so that's the hardest part. And then also, I guess the maintenance of the machine itself, because machines being machine, I won't say that it's 100% won't break down. It will always break down. So that's where the service and maintenance, we have to continuously keep that up. Yeah. What about you?
Like, remember that time when we went during the interview time, you were asking me like, because I was interviewing for the business development manager role at first, right? Then slowly I was brought on as a co-founder. In my head, I think I assumed it would just be like, oh, there's a plug point, I'm gonna put my machine there, you know. But I
rejected again and again.
Yeah, it's not just like, it's not so simple. It's like, okay, a plug point here. Then after that, we have to approach building management. We have to, certainly have to speak to the management, building management or management itself, and then we have to look at, their technical team. They have to go and do internal consulting, see whether this plug point is in series with other things or whether it's direct from their riser. I think
you became an electrical engineer.
No, not even close. I was just asking the technicians like, hey, here can. Then after that they're like, no, cannot. I'm like, okay, then that one can. Then they're like, let me get back to you next week. And then get back to me next week became like next month, and then like 2-3 months later we are still like struggling with that one particular location. And like just it takes so long to secure a good location that, you know, sometimes we just want to like cycle through all the locations and be like, okay lah, chinchan lah, whatever. But then certainly the business aspect of it, like drawing up the agreement and agreeing to like finding common ground with the management in terms of like the contract itself. I didn't expect that to be so difficult, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Dealing with people, right?
yeah,
Basically.
but it's also like, how come we are offering a certain value, we're bringing value to the residents in the building, and why is it that they can't
Give us so
see
much
it?
trouble.
Yeah, why?
For it.
Why
As
lah?
if like doing us a favor to give us a
yeah.
space, right?
And then after that, they expect the rental to be so high, and then when we look at the financials at the end of the month, like,
Yeah, it didn't make sense.
yeah, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make
But
sense.
why got sales coming
Yeah.
but no profit?
Why aren't we earning anything? Like, why are we doing charity?
yeah.
So okay. Then essentially, like, I wasn't here during the first 3 years where Otter Barista started. But what were the biggest challenges that you faced during our early days? Like,
Early days, like the first 3 years, I think just figuring things out, man. Like, because this is also my sort of first business. Right? Before that, I was in F&B, setting up a company, but it's not on my dime. It's not on my cost, you know. So then you don't feel the pain as much. But then when starting early days, you start to feel the pain. You start to feel that if you don't move, like if I don't move, nothing moves. So then you start putting a lot of pressure on yourself. I guess the internal struggle is one of the biggest challenge in terms of the early days. Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's your mind, right? This is the first time I'm doing this. I don't know whether it will work out or not. Even technical, financials, whatever that I'm doing, I'm zero clue whether it will work out or not. So I think the internal struggle is the biggest challenge. But if you talk about in terms of more technical, financial operation, I think more or less the same lah, because everything was new. So everything was a challenge.
I cannot imagine your to-do list, you know, your day-to-day to-do list. Like, my day-to-day to-do list now is already like that.
Different, but at that time I just need to manage a few machines, I guess.
No lah, when I came in there were 33 already,
Yeah,
right? Yeah. So then now we have almost 100 already. It doesn't seem like a lot in a very short amount of time, but I think what we've done since like early last year until now has been quite significant lah. Like with the amount of resources we have, the amount of manpower we have, the amount of talent within the team, I think I'm surprised that our backs are still okay lah. Oh wait, you go Cairo, right?
Yeah. My bag
Your bag
gone
okay.
already, not okay already.
Dude.
Because like, imagine during the first 3 years, right? I had no one to carry anything for me, you know? I have to move the machines myself. I have to carry like 20 kg water myself. Yeah, everything by myself.
You don't have a lorry to move the
Yeah,
water, so it's
yeah.
always going to be car, right?
Yeah, car, I moved it myself,
Okay.
refill it myself. Yeah.
Oh my god. And then all the ingredients, then how? Then
Yeah, everything by myself. Lah. So I think the struggle was more internal, like you got no one to fall back on, you got no one to like, hey, can you help me do this? You know, it's just
or
like,
rather, do this.
yeah, it's just like, hey, do this.
Like,
Oh,
I have to.
Yeah.
It's always like,
Yeah.
I have to. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So yeah, with now current resources, we still have our struggles, but I think it becomes easier because there are people to share the burden with. You don't feel so alone. Yeah.
Definitely, we have a team now, right? That will help a lot. You know. Then what about the like the finances? Like how as a startup, right? Everybody's like, oh, how do you establish a company? Like each machine costs
30K? Yeah.
about 30K. Then in that case, like how did you like find the funds for it?
At the start, no, I always tell people I found my fund, so father and mother funds. Yeah. They were supportive, so that was good, right?
Okay,
They were
yeah,
supportive.
yeah.
That's how we started. And then from there we grow. We try to get funds externally and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, most recently we raised 250,000, right, from next year. Yeah.
So yeah, next year have of course helped us a lot as well. Financials is one, but I think essentially is the community support is one of the most important thing that I value from them. The community support among the other entrepreneurs, the values that I get from the mentors, the teaching. I think from there, because when you are a startup and you're doing it on your own, you don't know what's right, you don't know what's wrong.
Yeah.
Even if you do it wrong, no one's gonna tell you, right? It's not like when you're in school, you answer something wrong, teacher's gonna smack you and be like, hey, that's wrong. So
teacher can't smack you anymore.
oh, okay. It's okay. Sorry, different generation. So yeah.
You're not that old. You're not that old though. Okay.
Yeah. So I think that mentoring really helps lah. Sometimes it guides you what's right, what's not to say what's right, what's wrong, but what to look out for, what to consider.
I mean, I think Alan was telling me about like the whole like peer-to-peer support thing. You know, Alan was saying like, you know, and we also experience this but like the entrepreneur journey is very lonely, very, very painful. And the only way, you know, you usually get feedback is through the company financials at the end of the month.
Yeah,
Or even
but it's too late already. By the
it's
time you
too late
see
already.
it's negative,
Nasi
you're like,
sudah jadi bobo. It's done.
Yeah.
And then after that, you're like, okay, at the end of the month, you get the report. Then like, okay, now it's the next month. And then like, what do you do to make it better? And then you need time to plan. You need time to, you know, to put it in place. And then if the team is very small, very lean like ours, the execution window is so small. And then like to hit it on the nail, to hit the nail right on the head, I think it's incredibly difficult. But you know, at the same time, customers will also be like, oh, how come this is not done? Within, if let's say our machine is at one particular location, we don't have the ability to change things as fast as people would like. You know, now it's such a fast moving world, right? So like everybody's like, this one's been the same for the longest time. Or I've seen this issue, it's been recurring. And why hasn't it been fixed? You know, it's not that we don't want to fix it yesterday, but
they don't know what go on behind the scene. A lot of things goes on behind the scene. We try to push as much as we.
It's a mess, yeah. But you know, we're trying to make sense of the mess lah. Then in that case, was there ever a moment where Otter Barista almost failed? And I assume we bounced back because we're still here.
Almost failed.
Yeah, like did you want to like wrap up the company? Like, okay, done already, got already.
Okay, I never had that thought of like wrapping up the company, but I guess almost failed.
Because you're a workaholic, right?
We had hit like several points where financials were really tight, and we'll be like, what next month can.
And then it will be incredibly irresponsible to ask for more money from Pharma.
Yeah. So I won't call it fail, but I guess that's the closest point to
tight
fail.
Very tight.
We're stressed. How to break that out.
Then
how do we bounce back? I don't know, man. Find funds. Squeeze here and there.
I know. Use tomorrow's money.
That's one of the thing. Then
use tomorrow's
we're
money.
still figuring it out.
Buy things today using tomorrow's money.
Here and there. Things like that.
Yeah. You know that meme, this is fine. I think that's my favorite meme. When it comes to describing an entrepreneur journey, right?
I think through the many mistakes and failures that we've made, then we learn from it. Then we see how to make it better through processes, systems, or getting the right person to come to a company.
Do you ever do like reflection every day actually?
Oh, every day, man.
You actually do?
Yeah.
Is it on your calendar?
It's not my calendar, but
shouldn't you put it on your calendar? You put everything on my calendar. Because
you forget everything.
How can you not have internal like is that why you text me like 11, 12 a.m?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when I realize certain thing and I forget like shit, Jee An.
So uncool. So uncool.
That's my diary. Yeah. Our chat is our diary. It's my diary.
Okay. Then technically we're still on the verge of like bouncing back-ish.
Yeah, I would say.
Is there a term that's bouncing back if we haven't really been there? You know what I mean? Like we're just forging our path.
Bounce, up, down.
I don't know what up means. I don't know what down means.
Almost there lah.
Okay. Well, then has there been like a turning point where you realize like, okay, this is gonna work? Like, okay, like we continue. Like I think I am the one that normally says that to you lah. Like Like recently I've been like trying to like, because I see things coming together already. I'm putting things into place. You know, the jigsaw. Like before this, it was like who took my piece, right? A few of the jigsaw pieces, like somebody was like sabotaging me, and then I'm like, because you know how you like to steal my stuff also.
Maybe I did lah.
Like all the pieces were like, okay, like one is in this room, one is in the other room. Some are not even in the same house. That is an analogy lah, right? But like then now everything is finally on the table already. And then
I don't think everything's on the table yet though. I'm still trying to find.
Everything is a stretch.
I'm trying to find a few pieces.
Maybe
that
those
we're
are
still missing.
Do you check the storeroom? You need to check the storeroom.
Okay, later I check.
or maybe on the way. But at least certainly more pieces are coming together.
Yeah, that I agree.
And on a daily basis they are coming together really quickly. So like
I think our team do a good job
yeah.
helping us execute. Yeah, when it was just
Yeah.
both of us.
Yeah.
When it was just both of us every day, we move by like that, and then at the end of the month, it's like,
Eh.
what happened in the last month? I got do anything or not?
I feel like no change.
Yeah.
If we don't like be honest with ourselves, right, we'll be like, I feel like we didn't make
Nothing
any
move.
change.
Yeah, nothing move.
But then when we look at the bigger picture, when we compare back, even
Yeah.
like that's why I frequently tell you, right? Like 1 year ago compared to 1 year ago, our positioning is so much stronger.
Yeah.
And then you're like, but the sales not coming. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember? Do you remember?
That's essentially
Ridiculous.
that is the indicator of whether things are working or not. You can do like 1,000 things and if the sales don't
No,
move, then
that's because the pieces are on the table, but
yeah,
they're
on
not
the way.
being
Okay,
put
okay,
together
on the
yet.
way,
On the way. So I think Q4
So when's the
will be a
deadline
very,
now?
Q4 will be a very exciting time for us to place more things together.
When Q4, hello.
Then okay, how do we deal with public perception when people are like, oh, coffee from a vending machine, like, is it okay? Is it not okay? People usually pass by our machines and then they don't even they don't try because they don't know.
I think how we deal. I feel like the best way is still letting them try. Like, all the experience that we have with management, when we bring them the drink, when they drink it,
Oh, yeah, true.
the expression on their face is like,
True.
wow. The
True.
instant. I think that's what keeps me going as well. I know that like
That's a
people, like, I think the expression is very important.
one of
Yeah.
joy and definitely one of surprise because they're
Yeah.
like, this is from a vending machine.
Yeah.
Right?
Or especially like when they're surprised, like customers, they try it and then they ask about the milk and then we say milk powder, they're like,
Huh?
Yeah. I think this is like,
Can you guys use fresh milk, right? We're like, no.
then we open up the machine and we show them like milk powder and they're like, huh? Really?
Yeah.
I think that's what like, that I do not explain that feeling lah, but that, we made it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I think that's what we need to continue doing. But in terms of customer passing by and if we're not there, I think that's the key that we're still trying to crack.
We're still working on that now, honestly. It's I think it's the marketing thing and the branding thing. A lot of people, surprisingly, a lot of people in the market don't know about Otter Barista at all. They don't even know that we're a competitor. That's the saddest part, right? Because vending machines are so localized within a particular location that there is no way you would know about us unless you actually physically go to those locations and like hospitals and things like that. You pass by.
This is why we're doing this.
Yeah, which is why we're doing this now, because we wanna share like what we're doing and we wanna share like the effort we've been putting in, like and also our experiences, like where we've been, where we're going, things like that. Lah. Then how do we control our quality across all our machines?
Constant quality check whenever our technician go there. They go there minimum once or twice a week.
No,
then
actually,
of course, depending on sales,
more often.
Yeah, depending on sales, it could be 3 times, it could be almost every day.
Yeah.
Then every time they go there, they do a quality check. Make sure that
testing.
espresso's on point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coffee especially, right? It varies from the coffee bean batch to batch, how they roast it. Grinder will
humidity,
run,
temperature.
it's just too many things. So that's why our technician will have to do a quality check every time they go there to make sure that the espresso is still on point.
And as long as the espresso is on point, then the latte will be on point, the mocha will be on point, everything related to coffee will be on point. And then after that, we do QC every 3 months to ensure that the balance is still acceptable. And this was only put in place recently, right? Yeah. And before this,
as number of machine grow, things we start to lose sight of things here.
Correct.
I think when we were a lot smaller,
couldn't do this at all.
Yeah. It's easier to see also when things are like it's a bit off. It's easier to see.
Yeah.
Now that we're growing, we need to put more procedure in place to make sure that quality is still there.
Yeah. And then which is surprising now, because previously also, if like the only way we can get this feedback is if somebody calls us or WhatsApps us or we see a drop in the machine sales. You're like, this month is a bit off already. How come? Why isn't it reaching the projections? Then we go there and then we test it ourselves. Like, this is why.
Then
And
it's too late.
yeah, and then that's the problem is that the customers have already tried it. The customers assume that this is our standard moving forward already. So every single time that they have a bad experience with us, they will always assume that this is our standard now, which is really not the case.
Yeah.
And then
It's a bit heartbreaking, lah.
yeah,
Right?
it
We're
really
like,
is. Every single customer
you have
is
this
hard
group of
won.
customer that don't like us for sure. Like they tried it and quality one like that.
No. And then we have these customers like, I always try your machine at X and Y location, and then how come I come to this machine like it's not meeting the mark?
Yeah.
You know,
We appreciate like that, those kind of feedback.
it's always the best lah. Yeah. Getting feedback is always the best. So that's always appreciated lah. Let's go into like reflection and wrap up lah, right? What's the one thing we're proud that we've overcome? What's the one thing that we're proud of as a team?
That we solve problem together. I think like that's what I'm proud of in terms of the team.
Sure not. Comment.
God lah, people don't just drop out lah. Like this is not mine. They might forget. They might overlook.
Actually, the sense of responsibility in terms of our team members is very strong.
Yeah.
Very, very strong. Like
They might forget things.
They might forget things, but they solve it all the way.
Yeah.
They do it all the way, or rather, they do it to the best of their abilities.
Like I don't hear people coming to me like, Eeyong, I don't know how to solve this.
Yeah,
you do it
you
yourself.
do it
So
lah. You
So I think that's one thing that I'm proud of.
But maybe it's also because they don't know how to ask for help. That's a separate issue.
Yeah.
That's a separate issue. But yeah, they really are very responsible in that sense. They have that. It's my job. I have to keep it floating. I have to keep it running, keep it afloat. And if this doesn't go well, it's on me.
Yeah.
Kind of like sense of response. I think that's really rare actually to find like team members that are like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Then how have those challenges shaped the Otter Barista you see today? It's still being shaped.
Yeah.
It's
I think
work in progress.
Yeah, the processes, the system that we put in place,
They will always
helped a
change
lot.
one.
Yeah, but it make us who we are today as well. Something to fall back on, that things that will always be running.
We're still discovering our best practices now, for sure. Like certain things like we've identified, then okay, cool, we put in place. But then like other things like it's a bit lacking. We still need more feedback to find out.
I don't think you can ever perfect it, right? Because things change well.
But we're striving to reach the 80-90% mark lah. Certainly like not 100%.
You hit 70 and then the world changed. Like certain things changed
Drastically, actually.
Yeah. So I don't think you ever hit that. We just gotta keep adapting.
I think adapting is the key lah. Yeah. Okay, so that's it from us today, guys. Thanks for making it to the end of our sharing. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Of course, this is a new channel, it's a new thing we're starting. So if you have any questions whatsoever about Otter Barista, just drop them down below in the comments. And then next week, we will be talking about our cost structure and the fact that we are going to be very transparent with our prices. So if there's anything that you have to ask or even like you want to know about, just leave it in the comments as well. Okay? See you.
Thank you.
Bye.